All right, San Antonio Spurs absolutely dog walked the Los Angeles Lakers 132 to 119 points. No, it was a beautiful thing to see. Just absolutely dog walk Los Angeles. It was a real foot to ass game. We put our foot on their ass. We might have put 2 feet on their ass. We might have had 2 feet inside of their ass at one point in this game. We were so great out there. We'll start off with our lead chart here. If you see, down here in the purple is going to be the Lakers. This will be a 5-point lead, 10-point lead. Same thing for the Spurs. All the black is going to be San Antonio, and this will be a 20-point lead, 15-point lead, so on and so forth. That's the first quarter, second quarter, and y'all get the idea. But LA in the first quarter, they had got, I want to say, an 8-point lead. Actually, six. 6 points was their largest lead. They were up 6 points at one point in the first. They pretty much controlled most of the first quarter. First quarter ends, we're up, I believe, 8 points, and we just totally blow it open in the second quarter. Our lead probably gets as big as about 17, 18 points in the second quarter, and then the third quarter comes right here, and we blew it open to a 24-point lead. I think we probably blew it open to 22 points in the third, then in the fourth quarter. If y'all see right here, it's probably when we were up 24 points, and our biggest lead came at the best time in the game. If y'all see right here, this is our fourth quarter. Lead starts trickling down, and I was thinking, I wasn't super scared at any point, I would say, but there was a point I was a bit worried, and I was thinking, if we blow this game, I'm just going to cry. I'm going to cry and go to bed. I'm not even going to lie about it. They cut it down, I want to say to 7 or 8 points. They cut the lead down, and then we're able to just get our foot back on the gas. We ended up winning by 13 points when it was all said and done. So I was just really, really proud of our team out there. Our off-ball movement was crazy. Our defense was just crazy. We were so much more locked in on defense than we have been in some of these other games. We're communicating off-ball. We'll get into player stats here in a second. I have so much to say. Let's just get down to the team stats, and we'll keep getting into it as we go. Yeah, we score 132. Los Angeles scores 119 points. We won by 13 points. We have 50 rebounds. They have 43 rebounds. Los Angeles is not a crazy rebounding team. LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves kind of have to get in there to help them rebound. They have Jackson Hayes, who's not just a crazy rebounder. They have DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton doesn't really care about basketball. If you're not feeding him an alley oop, he doesn't have a great motor. We'll just say that. We know how DeAndre Ayton goes. He'll be hot one game, he'll be playing hard, and the next game he's not playing hard. He's only playing hard this season because he's in a contract year. Once he gets his money, he'll be back to the old DeAndre Ayton that we all know and love. Just to be honest, is what it is. LA has 2 more assists than us. They have 27 to our 25. Didn't seem like a huge difference. It honestly felt like we were moving the ball way better than Los Angeles, but they do end up with 2 more assists than we do. I feel like our ball movement was just resulting in better looks, where their ball movement, a lot of it was just lobs to DeAndre Ayton, just not great ball movement as a team. They just happened to be getting the assist for LeBron, Luka, whoever it was when they're making the pass. But as far as overall ball movement throughout the entire game as a team, the Spurs ball movement, off ball movement, just everything was way better offensively. We were a way more crisp, energetic. We were just better on offense tonight than Los Angeles was. We have the 9 steals. They have 4 steals. So we do have 5 more steals than them. We have 10 turnovers. They have 11 turnovers. So we barely won the turnover battle. It wasn't anything crazy, but I'm always proud if we have 10 or less turnovers. We were taking really bad care of the ball. Earlier in the season, we would lose games because of turnovers and because we couldn't guard the 3 ball. And I think we did a very good job in both those areas tonight. We're 50% from the field. They're 49%, so that's really close as well. We're 45% from 3. They're 43% from 3. We're 80% from the line. Los Angeles is 74% from the line. So all these stats look pretty close. We'll keep getting into it, kind of see what happened there. Points in the paint, we have 46. Los Angeles has 52. So again, not some crazy difference. We have 11 second chance points. They have 2 second chance points. So we crushed them on the second chance points. It's only a 9-point difference, but it does make a big difference in the game. When Wembanyama is healthy, we usually destroy it in the second chance points. We usually destroy the rebounding battle as well. So we had 7 more rebounds. If Wemby's out there, we probably have even more than that. And if Wemby's out there, we probably win the second chance points battle by even more points. But our thing all season has kind of been just attacking the offensive glass, winning the second chance points battle, and just winning the rebounding battle. We have 27 fast break points. They have 21. If you watch the game, our pace was just crazy, just all game long, just push, push, push. We got to the third quarter, and we did the same thing. We're just pushing the pace, pushing the pace. And, as the game got closer, once Los Angeles cut the game to 8 points in the fourth quarter, I was kind of thinking, man, should we slow it down? Should we try to start, winding the clock down and try to just hold our lead? But when you stop playing to win, when you play like that and you're just trying to cut the clock down, that's usually when things don't go your way, because we played at a super high pace. That's how we got this 24-point lead. And if we started playing just a totally different style and started trying to play super slow and playing half court, that's not what got us the lead in the first place. So, we kept pushing the pace, and it ended up working out in the end of the game. There was a time, like early in the fourth quarter, where I thought us pushing the pace might have been hurting us because Los Angeles was getting more and more possessions, and they cut our lead down to 8 points. But I did love us just continue playing our style. I always compare us to OKC. OKC is a better team than us right now, I'd say. Even if we can beat OKC on Saturday, OKC is still a better team than San Antonio, and I'll say that as a Spurs fan. That's not really news to anybody. But OKC is who I usually compare us to, and the OKC game with Phoenix, they won by 49 points. Once they got the lead, once OKC was up 20, they didn't say, let's take our foot off the gas and just try to steer the ship home without crashing it. OKC just kept pushing and pushing and pushing the pace. If you got a chance to watch the OKC game, they're just insane defensively. I'm not going to say no breakdowns, but they might have 3 or 4 breakdowns defensively the entire game. Everyone just so disciplined, just right on their man. And SGA is great, but OKC's defense, just how disciplined they are defensively and offensively, it reminds me of like the 2014 Spurs and the 96 Bulls. Just name any great team you want to name. That's how Oklahoma City plays basketball, and OKC should be, rightfully the team to compare yourself to. So, I was proud we kept playing our style out there. Again, like I said, once the Lakers cut the lead to 8 points, I was thinking maybe we should slow down. Maybe we should try to just get this game home. But even once they cut the game to 8 points, we kept pushing the pace, and we were able to put things to bed. So just so proud of the boys out there. We'll start with the Lakers stats. LeBron James has 19 points, 15 rebounds. That's insane. Kind of like I was saying, DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes. Hayes had 3 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton had 8 rebounds. Austin Reeves had 8. Luka had 5. Lakers, they kind of rebound by committee. They don't have one guy out there that they can say, hey, go get us 15 rebounds tonight. LeBron James was the guy that did that. But if they go into the playoffs and they're thinking, hey, we need LeBron to get us double-digit rebounds every single game in the playoffs, I don't think that's a great recipe for Los Angeles to be successful. But LeBron was solid out there, 19 points, 15 rebounds. He has 8 assists, 3 blocks. He had a nasty chase down block on De'Aaron Fox. And then he has the 3 turnovers as well. I don't like LeBron. I've been trying to just watch LeBron and kind of watch these last year or two of his career and just, appreciate what I'm watching out there. But last game, I forgot who they played, but LeBron James closes out the game. If y'all remember, he hits like 3 threes in a row. He hits a fadeaway jumper to close it out. And he starts like crowning himself. He's running, he's crowning himself. He crowns himself like 4 or 5 times in a row. And it was fucking corny as hell. LeBron dunks on Luke Cornett and he's screaming and they're down like 19 points or whatever it was at the time. And I just thought, this guy's fucking corny as fuck, dude. I'm sorry, but LeBron's just not cool. Before he started trying to be cool, he was super cool. Then he won a chip with Miami, and then he's like a caricature. Is that how you say the word? A caricature of himself. And yeah, he's corny as shit, but he had an okay game. He's minus 16, and I'm trying to like LeBron and trying just to watch the finish of his career, but it's corny when he crowns himself. It's super corny when he's dunking on Cornette and screaming in his face. But nice dunk though, LeBron. Luka has 35 points, 8 assists, 3 turnovers. He's 11 for 24. He's 10 for 14 from the free throw line. And I don't like Luka either. I'll just say it is what it is. He tries to draw fouls more than he actually tries to make shots. And he's never just trying to make a shot without trying to draw a foul at the same time, unless it's on a wide open three. He had to play against, I want to say it was, I'm pretty sure it was Kelly Olynyk. Luka hits the spin move. Olynyk has his arms out just horizontally, and Luka runs his face into Cornette's arm, or into Kelly Olynyk's arm rather. Kelly doesn't swipe him or anything. If y'all remember the play, Luka hits the spin, intentionally runs his face into Kelly's arm. It wasn't hard or anything, but then there was contact to Luka's eye. Luka initiated the contact like he does a lot of the time, but he was just crying to the ref for the next like 5 minutes. He gets teed up. I feel like he was almost going to get himself ejected, and most players probably would get ejected, but they let Luka Doncic and Draymond Green cry a lot to the refs, and they don't get mad about it for some reason. But Luka, he has the 35 points, he has the 8 assists, but it was a bad game for Luka. He has the 3 turnovers. 11 for 24 is not efficient, and he's just so frustrating to watch. He's just crying to the refs and crying and crying. There were more plays than I could count. If I'm a Lakers fan, I'd be mad. I wouldn't be mad to have Luka. I'm a Spurs fan. I'd love to have Luka crying for fouls on my team. I'm not hating on the craft so much, but there were so many times where if Luka was on my team, I'd be pissed off that he's not getting back on defense. He's over there crying to the refs, just begging for fouls, and the Spurs, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, we're just running in transition. We got at least 10 fast break points just off of Luka Doncic crying and not getting back on defense. And like I said, I don't like Luka, I don't like LeBron, but that just is what happened. There was a lot of times when he was crying and not getting back on defense, and I can see why the Mavericks would be frustrated with that. Luka got traded for gambling, conspiracy theory reasons. That had nothing to do with basketball. It had nothing to do with him getting back on defense. But with that being said, I watched the whole game. There were so many times in the game where if I was a Lakers fan, I'd be thinking, just shut up and get back on defense. Luka just crying and crying, and he'll cry on stuff that's not even a foul. Then when Luka fouls somebody and it's an obvious foul, like it's a call that he would have wanted to get if things were the other way around, and then he'll just act like, what? Like I never foul anybody in my life. Man, I just don't like Luka. We did a good job on Luka though. Stephon Castle did a really good job on him. He drew probably 5 fouls. I think Steph had 5 fouls in the game, and you know, it's just annoying when Luka's always trying to foul bait. He tries harder to foul bait than he tries to make shots, and he's more frustrating to watch than SGA just with how he cries and just foul baits all game long. But Luka had an inefficient 35. The points, he had the 35 points, but his impact, if you watch the game, he didn't have a very good impact out there for the Lakers. Austin Reeves is 6 for 16, 7 assists. We did a great job guarding Austin Reeves and Luka. It seemed like our strategy was just play Luka one-on-one with Stephon Castle. And if you can cook Stephon Castle, then it is what it is. And Luka still had 35, but Castle did a great job on Doncic. That's their big three. Marcus Smart had 26 points. He hit 8 threes, pretty much all in the third quarter. He just hit a bunch of garbage time threes, and that's not fair to say it wasn't garbage time because he was making these threes. They cut the lead to 8 points at one point in the fourth quarter rather, and Marcus Smart was really a spark off the bench for him. He really gave them life. He really gave the Lakers a chance to believe they could actually win the game towards the end, and they had a chance to win the game. They just weren't able to bring it home. But I like Marcus Smart, honestly. He's a great spark plug. Every team in the NBA would probably love to have Marcus Smart. Moving on, though, we made 17 threes. The Lakers made 16 threes. Everything was really close, honestly, across the board. We were just able to make the right plays at the right time. We just play with more energy than Los Angeles, to be honest. Harrison Barnes is 5 for 12. He knocks down 4 threes, 16 points. Just a typical Harrison Barnes game. He did what he does out there. Luke Cornett has the 10 points, the 8 rebounds, 1 for 3. Nothing crazy for Luke Cornett. Just a big body out there. He gets the 33 minutes. I feel like Kelly Olynyk got 12 minutes. Luke did a good job. He did a good job cutting off DeAndre Ayton, cutting off Jackson Hayes, and making it tough in the paint, making sure that Luka's not getting all these easy lob opportunities to his big men. De'Aaron Fox was strong out there. He has 20 points, 8 for 17, 4 for 8 from 3. He has the 2 steals, the 3 assists. He did have that 1 steal when he rips. I want to say it was Austin Reeves that he rips. He's going back down, and LeBron James gets the chase down block on De'Aaron Fox. That was a strong little block from LeBron James. De'Aaron Fox, what did he have? He only had 1 turnover. You know De'Aaron Fox is a superstar because we expect so much from De'Aaron Fox. He had 20 points. He shoots just under 50% from the field. He shoots 50% from 3. He has the 2 steals, only has 1 turnover. And I'm sure there's probably Spurs fans out there saying, oh, Fox had a bad game. After I watched the game, I kind of felt like Fox had a bad game as well. But then you look at the numbers and you're like, De'Aaron Fox was really solid out there. One number that can be deceiving at times is the plus minus, but De'Aaron Fox was plus 21, and it wasn't deceiving in this game. Castle had an awesome game. I'll hear Spurs fans, non-Spurs fans sometimes say, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, they're better than De'Aaron Fox. We have to trade De'Aaron Fox. I never agreed with that, and now I'd ask people, why should we trade De'Aaron Fox? They say it's not going to fit. These 3 guards aren't going to fit. Now we see them all playing together, and they obviously fit. We always have one elite playmaker on the court, whether it's De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, or Dylan Harper. We always have one very high-level playmaking guard on the court at all times, and when De'Aaron Fox is out there, keep in mind, especially when Wemby isn't out there, the only thing the other team is game planning for is just De'Aaron Fox. That's all they're talking about. That's their number one focal point. For all the other teams is, try to lock down De'Aaron Fox, try to make life hard for De'Aaron Fox. So keep in mind, the other team's entire defense, that's their whole focus, is just try to stop De'Aaron Fox, and he still gives us 20 points. 3 assists, the 2 steals. He took 17 shots to score 20 points, so it's not great efficiency. One more thing I'm going to mention, he got 0 free throw attempts. If you watch the game, he was getting absolutely hacked. There were so many times he got to the rim and just got obviously fouled, and they just were not giving De'Aaron Fox the free throws for some reason. So honestly, Fox would have had 24, 25 points if they would have been giving him the whistles that he should have been getting. He was getting hacked on a lot of plays, and for him to take 0 free throws is pretty crazy. I don't know why the refs just weren't giving him foul calls, but it is what it is. Devin Vassell has 8 points on 2 for 10 shooting. He's 1 for 4 from 3. He still plays 31 minutes. I say all the time, Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, I kind of put those 3 guys in the same boat. I don't need all those guys to have a great game every single night. I just need 1 or 2 of those guys to score 15 points, and the other guy can have an off night. It was an off night for Devin Vassell, of course. He shoots 20%. He has 8 points. 1 turnover. He has 3 steals in the block, so he had a decent impact out there. 5 assists. As far as his shooting night went, though, he was off. He was off tonight, shooting-wise, but Harrison Barnes gives us 16 points. Julian Champagnie gives us 16 points, 2 for 4 from 3. So that's my thing. Harrison Barnes can have an off night. Julian Champagnie can have an off night. Devin Vassell can have an off night. I just need Vassell to give us a good game. Like 1 out of every 4 or 5 games, we need him to drop like 20 plus points, 15 plus points. The way I look at it, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and Julian Champagnie, they're not all going to have 3 off nights in a row. Maybe Vassell has 3 off nights, but Harrison Barnes is going to be on for those nights. Maybe Champagnie has 3 off nights, but Vassell and Harrison Barnes are going to be on for those other nights. So, I just need 1 of the 3 to give us a good night on any given night, and if one of those guys is off, the other 2 guys are probably going to be on just like they were tonight. Keldon Johnson, I just love KJ. He's doing so good in the new role that we have him in. He has 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. He's 5 for 9 from the field. He's 3 for 5 from 3. I want to say he made 3 threes in the first half, and he really sparked our initial run and helped us get that initial lead. Talked about Champagnie a bit, but he's 6 for 8, 2 for 4 from 3. Dylan Harper is probably my second favorite Spur behind Wembanyama. I love Harper. He's 6 for 12, 3 assists. He has the 2 turnovers, 1 steal. He gets the 20 minutes out there. We're just playing to win this game. We weren't really playing this game to develop anybody, but Harper's just so good that he pretty much demands at least 20 minutes every single game. I don't think he'll play anything less than 20 minutes in any game for the rest of the season. He's just so good out there. And then Stephon Castle finally, he's 10 for 14. He's 3 for 6 out there. He has 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He does have the 4 turnovers, but Stephon Castle can be pretty turnover prone. He's still working on that. You just have to take the good with the bad with Castle. He's so special out there. He'll cut down the turnovers as his career goes on, but he's still learning how to be a better playmaker, have better court vision, and just process the game quicker at the NBA level. But he gives us a 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and keep in mind, that's only in 27 minutes. He's scoring over a point per minute, and also keep in mind, he only had the 4 fouls, so I thought he had 5, but while he's doing this, he's being asked to guard Luka Doncic every single play. So he's guarding their best player. Made it really tough on Luka. Luka had a very inefficient 35, and if you watch the game, Luka's 35 points, they really were not very impactful if you watch the game. So Castle guards their best perimeter player like he always does. He's our best point of attack defender. It's really not even close, to be honest. He's just leaps ahead of our other defenders in terms of perimeter defense, and then he gives us the 30 points. The 10 rebounds and the 6 assists. He's freaking 10 for 14. He takes the 9 free throws. Stephon Castle, he should learn how to flop, and he'd be getting 15 free throws every single game. He's so physical getting to the paint. There's times when he gets inside and he finishes, he gets bumped. He's just so strong and sturdy that the referees might not make the call. There's times when he gets hacked, and he just finishes so strong that the referees don't make those calls, and he doesn't have the officials' respect. Only being a sophomore year player, to be honest, but he's getting more and more respect every single game from the officials. I think that's such a stupid thing when people say, "Oh, you're a rookie, you're not getting that call." I always think everyone's a professional basketball player. These are professional NBA referees. If my arm gets slapped, and I've been playing for 15 years, if my arm gets slapped and I'm a rookie, it's still a foul. Just call the foul. But yeah, just amazing game overall for the team. Biggest win for the season so far. I always give us a chance in every single game. I give us a chance against the Thunder on Saturday. If Wembanyama's back, of course, we'll have an even better chance. But before the season started, I had the Spurs finishing in the number 5 seed. I had the Lakers finishing in the number 6 seed. That doesn't sound super far off. I think the Lakers will probably be higher than the 6 seed, but I don't know if they're a top 3 seed like people are projecting them out to be. This one game doesn't mean the Spurs are automatically better than Los Angeles, but if you watch the game, I feel like our team just overall just looks like a better team than LA. And if we have Wemby out there, we'll be even better than we were this game. But yeah, just awesome team win. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. Let me know what you think about the Spurs' awesome win. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.